Hi, Class 1. Today we are doing something very exciting. We are going to add the eye to our book box. And you can see this one, I'm going to get it real close, has some scales around it, has some neat molding around it. And how this is done is with Model Magic, the clay that we're working with. And this is one that is dry now. And this is the dragon eye that I'd done before. So we are going to work with a plain box. This is my box that I'm going to work on with your class. And we're going to work on building up this dragon eye. Okay? So please stay tuned as I share my screen. Always exciting. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys kind of in our view because you might like how these look. I'm going to make this one a little different because that's the fun of it. And here's the lid. So you want to orient yourself. So you open it. So you're going to put your eye maybe here. I like it up. Some people like it down. I think either one of these bigger spaces on the spine of our book are ideal for this project, okay? And you have a big chunk of Model Magic. Now, you don't have to use all of this. Remember, sometimes less is more, but you have plenty to do this. So you might even have some afterwards to do with what you'd like, okay? So I am right now looking for my dragon eye. Where'd it go? It walked away. Unbelievable. Dragon eye, where'd you go? Ah, I got it. Okay. Minor detail, right? So you may have been able to choose your dragon eye, or your dragon eye may have chosen you. So whatever the color, whatever you have is special, okay? And this is your special dragon eye. So let's treat it as such. Okay, so it's gonna sit on the book box in either this direction or this. Here's my lid. I like to orient mine up here. Okay. So what we need to do first is take our Model Magic and get a bit, let's see, I'm gonna make a ball out of it. Ball, 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 ball. And it is the size, it's a little bit bigger than the size of my eye, okay? And it's a ball and my eye is flat, okay? So I hope that orients you to how much. You don't need a ton, but I think this will work great. And I'm gonna put it right where I think I'm gonna want it. And I'm gonna orient my eye. I think I'm gonna go this way. And I'm pressing my eye down into the Model Magic. Okay. And I pressed it right onto the book box. And what just happened there is called mechanical retention. We're going to learn a lot about adhesion, but what just happened is my Model Magic went into the fibers of that book box to keep it on. So I don't want to fiddle with it too much after that happens, okay? So even if it's not a perfect amount around your eye, don't worry about it because we're going to modify that. But you don't want now to pull this up and pull your eye off, because right now they have all just kind of created all these interlocking connections inside of there, okay? So now we get to modify, and this is where the fun begins, because you can make an eyelid, on your book box, dragon eye. You can make a little eyelid on him. In this one, am going to kind of make it look like it's on an angle, maybe a little like that. Okay, and I'm just playing with this. I'm trying to feel what works. I'm gonna bring it up to you. So all I did was kind of smush it down with my fingers. And the Model Magic is kind of covering the eye a little, just like your eyelid does a bit. So it'll make it look real. You don't want to cover a lot of it, but enough of it. So I'm going to do that. And now the fun begins, because you can roll some snakes, just like that. And you can add to your eye. I'm just going to add a layer up here. And I think I'm going to come down here. All right, and then my snake kind of comes way out here. But that's okay, because I'm now going to curl it around. I'm curling it around gently, and it'll sit right there, like a little curl. I'm going to bring that up to you so you can see. All right. Hey, and if I didn't like that, I'd pull it off, I'd smooth it out, and try it again. Okay? So there's nothing you can hurt or make a mistake on. All right? It just is very forgiving, we call it. Okay? It's very forgiving. So now I think I'm going to keep working kind of at the top of this box. I'm going to bring it back up to you so you can kind of see what's happening. And I'm going to put some scales. So scales to me are just tiny balls, smushed tiny balls. So I am just doing smushed tiny balls. All right, so here are two little balls. They're not the same size, but I'm just going to press them in like they might be scales of my dragon. And I'm just going to smush that on there. And you just keep messing with it. I'm going to show you what I did here. Okay. All right, can you see that? Good. And I'm going to put a few tinier scales on top. So I'm just going to turn this light off. Maybe that'll help us see better. I'm going to put that right in between. A little ball there. Okay, just like so. It's hard with the white, it really reflects. I'm gonna press a little ball there. Like little scales on my dragon eye, okay? So you can see on this guy, I took my fingernail and just kind of made little lines in his eyelid, just like that, and put scales down here. On the original, I did the same. I put little nicks in his eyelid with my fingernail and put scales in little balls under here. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little different. Now another idea that you can use is you can take like a marker lid, and this is a Sharpie, and you can press in some interesting anatomy into your dragon eye. So I'm just pressing in a circular thing, and I'll bring that back up to you so you can see what I got with that. Okay, let's see if I can get that to show. Okay, and I'll take a close-up picture of some of these. Okay, so I'm happy with it. I think I'm going to just stop there with this particular dragon eye. And let me see if I can show you on this camera here what that turned out to look like. So that's just impressing the marker lid around the eye and doing some scales at the top, okay? So there is my dragon eye. And now I'm just gonna let this dry. It's gotta dry. So set it up like this to let it dry. And then you have this to create something else. So don't put it in the carpet. All right, take care and we'll continue with our book box, but make sure you let it dry like this. Okay, and until the next time, I'll show you this one too, close. I'll see you next time.